He holds BA English in 1981 from Ahmadu Bello University, Zaria, when I was a secondary school pupil with short knickers. He's a writer, he's a journalist, and of course, he's a poet. He holds an MSc in Contemporary Policy Studies from City University of London in 1992, and an MSc in Creative Writing from Steele University. So he was for 17 years an anchor on Prime MTA News at 9 p.m. So if you hit me, I will hit you back. The Speaker of the Federal House of Representatives, ably represented by the leader of the Northern Caucus of the Federal House of Representatives, Right Honorable Al-Hassan Ado Dogwa. In the First Republic, we had very colorful politicians. In the board of Hostis Okoti Ebo, Adegoke Adelabo Penkele Messi, we had Ladoke Akintola, Kingsley Ozumba Mbadiwe, the man of timber and caliber, Malam Aminu Kano. And in the Second Republic, we had Bosari Adelakun, Lamidi Adedebu, Sabo Bakinzo, Mohammed Abubakar Rimi, Yusuf Bala Usman. And in the current dispensation, the whole political space is populated by careful snails who do not want to disturb the apple cart. Except for my very good friend, the cat, the return of the godfather, Adams Aliu Eric Oshomole. The senator representing Edo North, a very colorful, but you did not dance. I think you need to dance and entertain the people a bit. The cat with 9 lives, the longest serving public servant in Nigeria. He was variously the director of protocol in Benue State, a permanent secretary, a governor of Benue State, a 3-time senator, a minister of the Federal Republic, and now secretary to the government of the Federation. Akume George, Senator George Akume Yugu Dajo, Ada Agbaga of the North Central Sub-region. So when they were helping him to come down the steps, it wasn't true. He was putting on an act. Because it's not only Hadiza that should be accused of conspiracy of silence. The SGF equally got married. So if Hadiza is going to be forgiven, the SGF should also plead guilty and be forgiven. The Chief of Staff to Mr. President, my brother, Right Honorable Pemi Bajabia Mila, my colleagues in the Federal Executive Council, too numerous to mention. There is the Minister of Agriculture and Food Security, the Honorable Minister of Health, Information and National Orientation, Water Resources, Youth Development, Steel Development, Minister of State FCT, Honorable Minister of State Education, Honorable Minister of State Health, the Honorable Minister of State Works, and the Honorable Minister of State Industry, Senator John Owa Eno. Of course, the Deputy Governor of Yobe State, representing his governor, Idi Berde Ubana. Our dear celebrant, the head girl, Special Advisor to the President on Policy and Coordination, Hadiza Bala Usman. I would rather not use that word Hajia. He's not fond of it either. Hadiza Bala Usman and her dear husband, my friend, my brother, the chairman of the National Sports Commission, Malam Shehu Diko. The kids and members of the Usman Liman Durbin Kasina family, the Director General of NEMA, Ms. Zubaida Umar, who was part of the conspiracy of silence that denied us the knowledge of the consummation of the marriage, the Registrar General of the Corporate Affairs Commission, Hussein Ishaq Magaji, the MD of NNPC Trading Limited, Mariam Sani Idris, my very good brother, the CG of Customs, Bashir Adewale Adeni, Special Advisor to the President on Special Duties, Dr. Aliu Umar Modibo, and other senior presidential aides, Deputy Governor CBN Mohammed Detijo, heads of government agencies and parastatals, members of the diplomatic corps. I want to single out for special mention for my very good friends, former Ekiti State Governor John Kayode Payemi, former Attorney General of the Federation and Minister of Justice, the erudite and highly principled Mohammed Bello Adoke SAN, former Secretary to the Government of the Federation, Mr. Boss Gida Mustafa, and of course, a very humble and self-effacing Kunji Ololafe, former Acting Secretary to the Government and former Special Advisor to the President on Policy Coordination, Dr. Habiba Lawal, distinguished invited guests too numerous to mention, members of the post asset of the RIM, distinguished ladies and gentlemen. Today we celebrate a distinguished daughter of the nation whose career stands as a masterclass in public service. At 50, Hadiza Bala Usman exemplifies what it means to give oneself fully to the service of country. Fresh out of school, he did not wait for permission to matter. He studied the system, understood its demands, and earned her place through consistency of effort and strength of character. Our celebrant's life draws us into a deeper reflection. It asks us to consider the cost of becoming the person we hope our children will one day emulate, or in whose shadow they might find the courage to grow. She is the daughter of the unforgettable, irrepressible Dr. Yusuf Bala Usman, a prince who owned his princely roots and privileges, an extraordinary intellectual who lived a life of purpose, a man who committed his years to the struggle for justice, for the people, and for the nation. I committed to memory the entire speech he delivered at the Depunct Citizens Lecture on the National Question. His speech was titled, "The National Question Beyond Fairy Tales." It was later on transformed into a book, The Inheritance of Courage that she got. Did not fade with time, it took root. It shaped our celebrant sense of duty and explains the steadiness that has marked her public life. There is no doubt that Hadiza's place in our public service history is secure. This is so because it was not built on spectacle, nor did it rely on applause. What he has become was a product of decisions taken quietly, responsibilities carried fully, and institutions strengthened with care. This is how influence is earned. And this, Your Excellencies, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, is why she has become one of the steady hands shaping our national direction. It is also that same grounding that places her at the heart of humanitarian action. The ultimate measure of a man, according to Martin Luther King Jr., is not why he stands at times of comfort and convenience, but why he stands at times of conflict and challenges. During one of Nigeria's darkest moments, he answered the call of conscience. He compounded the Bring Back Our Girls movement at a time of national grief, fear, and uncertainty. when lies were manufactured and weaponized for political ends, when fault lines that divide this country were deliberately manipulated for political ends. I was an active participant in that moment and saw firsthand how she stood firm. She demanded accountability, and she insisted on justice. It was a reminder for all of us in public service that service to country begins before and after office, and even without a title. We have seen her serve where the nation needed her most, from the Federal Capital Territory through the Kaduna State Government to our current advisory role in policy coordination and all the things in between. Today, is rightly and fondly praises the head girl of a refined generation of public servants, bridging the gap between the new and old guards. What has not been noted enough about our celebrant is that he is emerging from a part of the country where many young women still search for proof that ambition such as hers is permitted. Indeed, her journey required courage, and is why she has become that proof. She's a mirror, not only for the northern girl, but for the nation itself. This is even more so because her career unfolded in public view. Its trials were visible. Its demands were exacting. Its rewards were earned. Nigeria watched her grow into responsibility early, stepping into policy spaces where many are still finding their voice. Nothing about her rise was accidental. It was deliberate. It was earned. It was sustained by a faithful commitment to the difficult work of building a functional nation. As you mark this golden milestone, dear Hadiza, we celebrate a rare combination of gifts: grace, strengthened by grit; clarity, guided by courage; vision, anchored in service. You have shown by example that excellence in public life is a daily discipline. You are truly the head girl, a bundle of talents and tantrums. It's cheaper to be a friend to Hadiza than an enemy, because she is capable of defending her turf. I have no doubt that your parents will both have shared in the pride we feel today, the pride of this nation. And this moment must speak beyond celebration. It must speak to continuity. If we are to raise more generations of Nigerians ready to lead with purpose, to deliver with excellence, and to serve with courage, we must remember this truth. Intention without the willingness to pay the price of service remains wishful thinking. So on behalf of a grateful nation and a proud presidency, I wish Idu Ikong Allah a happy 50th birthday. May the years ahead carry the same sense of purpose that has defined the years behind you. And may your example continue to guide those who still believe that service, when well done, can ennoble a nation. Thank you so much for your attention.